Hello students, in today's session let's learn about disaster management. Almost every day newspaper, radio, television carry reports on disasters striking several parts of the world. India has been vulnerable to natural disasters on account of its unique geoclimatic conditions. Floods, droughts, cyclones, earthquake and landslides have been recurrent phenomena. About 60% of land mass is prone to earthquakes of various intensities. Over 40 million hectares is prone to floods. About 8% of total area is prone to cyclone and 68% of area susceptible to drought. Thus, disaster management is very crucial for India. Before we study in detail disaster management, let us define disaster and disaster management. Disaster term originated from French word désastre, des meaning bad and astre meaning star. Thus, the term refers to bad and evil star. Disaster can be defined as a serious disruption in the functioning of community or society and causes human, material, economic or environmental losses, which will exceed the community or society's ability to cope using its own resources. While disaster management can be defined as the organization and management of resources and responsibilities for dealing with all humanitarian aspects of emergencies, in particular preparedness, response and recovery in order to lessen the impact of disaster. Disasters themselves are not limited to specific part of the world, though certain areas might be more prone to certain specific kind of disasters. For example, areas around Pacific Rim is more prone to earthquake, some countries are more prone to terrorist activities and some coastal areas are prone to cyclones. However, the more advanced a nation is, their level of preparedness will be higher. This kind of preparedness will allow them to have better control over loss and recover soon. Another thing which can cause a lot of loss during certain kind of disaster is the inability to properly manage and secure important utilities like water, food, electricity, gas, etc. Thus, the main motivation behind disaster management is to minimize the losses at the time of disaster as well as ensure effective utilization of resources. Though all kinds of disaster require more or less similar skill sets and rescue efforts, it is important to understand various kinds of disasters so that depending on the actual nature of disaster, immediate action and needs can be planned. Disasters are broadly classified into natural and man-made disasters. Natural disaster is a major adverse event resulting from natural process of earth. Natural disaster can cause loss of life, property and economic damage, the severity of which depends on affected population or ability to recover. Few examples for natural disasters are cyclone, floods, earthquake, landslides. Man-made disasters are caused directly or indirectly by human action. Example, oil spills, nuclear leakage, terrorist activities. Now, let's study earthquake, a natural disaster, its causes, protection and safety measures. What is earthquake? An earthquake is a phenomenon that occurs without warning and involves violent shaking of ground and everything over it. This occurs due to the moving lithospheric or crustal plates. These plates move at a very slow rate at the rate of few millimeters in magma inside earth. When these plates collide, it results in earthquake. What kind of effect it has when it occurs in highly populated area? 1. It inflicts great damage to buildings, roads, factories, dams, bridges, etc. and thus cause heavy loss of properties. 2. There is a great loss of life. 3. It can also cause floods and landslides. 4. When earthquake happens beneath the ocean, it can lead to tsunami. Earthquake prediction or forecasting is an immature science. It is not currently possible to make deterministic prediction of when, where earthquake will happen. Most geoscientists do not believe that there is a realistic prospect of accurate prediction in the foreseeable future, and principal focus of research is on improving the forecasting of earthquake. Seismometers are the instrument used to measure the intensity of earthquake, which measure motion of ground including seismic waves generated during the earthquake. Now, let us see to the safety precautions one has to follow during earthquake to minimize the losses. Precautions for a person present inside the building. 1. Take shelter under a table or bed. Stay there until the tremor or shaking stops. Protect your head and spine with pillow on your arms. 3. In case there are tremors, when you are in some public building, then you should stay in the corner or near pillar. You should not move about and create chaos, and remain away from the heavy objects. 4. When you are in outdoor, find clear spot away from the building, trees, bridges and overhead power lines. 5. In case there are tremors when you are driving, you should drive slowly and park in clear spot. 6. Damage to the building can be minimized by constructing earthquake resistant building by keeping weak spots in the house to absorb vibrations or by making pads or floats beneath the building. 7. Wooden houses can be constructed in seismic zone. Now, let us study about floods, which is another kind of natural disaster. What is flood? A flood is an overflow of water that submerges land and is usually dry. The European Union Floods Directive defines a flood as covering by water of land not normally covered by water. Floods often cause colossal loss to human lives and properties. What causes floods? Floods are caused by natural as well as anthropogenic or human factors. Among the natural factors are prolonged high intensity rainfalls, meandering courses of rivers, break in slopes in the long profiles of rivers, blocking the free flow of rivers due to enormous debris provided by landslides or volcanic eruption. The anthropogenic activities such as building activities, deforestation, etc. Now, let us understand major flood control measures. Floods are natural phenomena one cannot get rid of, but its effect can be minimized. 1. By hastening the discharge of water. 2. By diverting the flow of water. 3. By forecasting and warning, advising the people through media to educate people about the steps to be taken in the event of disaster. 4. By evacuating elderly people and children to safer places. 5. By shifting valuable household items, animals and other necessary materials like food and cloth to safer places. 6. By maintaining proper sanitation and preventing or controlling epidemic diseases with the help of government agencies and NGOs. Next, cyclone. Tropical cyclones are the most powerful, destructive, dangerous and deadly atmospheric storms on earth. They move like spinning top at the speed of 120 to 400 km per hour. These can last for a week or so, and the diameter vary between 100 to 1500 km. They are called by different names like hurricanes in USA, typhoons in Japan and China, cyclone in Bangladesh and India, Willy in Australia. The destructions caused by cyclone includes loss of human lives, properties in terms of building, transport, communication systems, agricultural crops and so on. Management in cyclone hit areas can be done by 1. Identification of safe building in the area for providing safe shelters to the people. 2. Listening to the weather bulletin broadcasted or telecasted over radio or television. 3. Warning fishermen not to venture in the sea during storm. 4. Keeping away from fallen electric poles, damaged poles and flood water areas. 5. Stopping transportation and movement during the storm. 6. Evacuating people from their places to return home only after official declaration. 7. Providing relief and rehabilitation to the affected people. Another kind of natural disaster is landslides. Landslide is the moving down of coherent rock and soil mass due to gravitational pull. Various human activities like hydroelectricity projects, dams, construction of roads and railways, mining, deforestation and so on makes mountain slope fragile and leads to landslides. Landslides can be prevented by 1. Afforestation in landslide prone area. 2. Providing slope support by stone blocks. 3. Draining the surface and subsurface water and providing concurrent support at the base of the slope. Now, with all this knowledge on various disasters and their management, I hope you will serve as a good resourceful person in such calamities. Thank you.